you want to know where all the hidden rewards are, shout out to JProGaming27. You can find him on IG, Twitter, and Twitch. These are all the hidden rewards. You can take a screenshot of it. You're gonna have me inside the screenshot, although don't know if you want me or not, but hey, you're gonna have me. Now, we're gonna get into the step-by-step guide and do it together, so let's head into it. Now, I'd first like to start off by apologizing for getting you guys the Conquest maps so late. I've just been really busy. We've had a really busy weekend, but now that everything has settled down, we're gonna go ahead and show you all how to capture the East the fastest, easiest way possible. We need to steal 4 million fans here, so always remember that. You will not get the team affinity points if you do not do the steal fans phase, so it is important to do so. And always a big tip, as I usually say, is to go ahead and put your 5th best starting pitcher. The path that we're gonna take is most likely to the Marlins first, as to get to the Boston Red Sox, that would be 5 spots. To get to the Miami Marlins, it would be 5 spots as well. But the reason we're going after the Miami Marlins is because going after the Miami Marlins is going to allow us to actually be able to go ahead and come from that side and not have to worry about them reinforcing too many territories, because usually teams that are in a corner, they tend to reinforce a lot more than teams that are going to be competing for open territories with other squads. So you're going to keep on restarting until you get the outcome desired here, which is to have 6 million fans on this territory and not lose any fans at all. So right here and there, we didn't lose any fans at all. You are gonna face the Miami Marlins on all-star difficulty. If you lose, restart the map and rinse and repeat until you beat the Miami Marlins. We're gonna go ahead and put our 5th best starting pitcher. You will always go ahead and do that. Always. So we got a nice little ballin' as a habit pack. Now that we beat the Miami Marlins, our next step is going to be to skip the steal fans. We can face the Boston Red Sox on Hall of Fame difficulty to knock out the 4 million instantly, but the Boston Red Sox is not the easiest team to face on Hall of Fame difficulty. We're going to face instead the Baltimore Orioles on Hall of Fame difficulty because they have a much weaker team, therefore it should be a lot easier. Now, you don't have to play the games on Hall of Fame difficulty. You can do 2 steal fans faces on veteran or mix and match however you want, but if you want to knock it all out in one turn, then I suggest Hall of Fame difficulty. Put the 5th best starting pitcher and then work however you can to manufacture a run or two to go ahead and beat the Orioles, and you should be straight. Let's go into it. So now that we stole 4 million fans away from the Orioles, we get the goal completed, steal 4 million fans, and we're gonna reinforce it all to our leading territory, and you're gonna have in total 5, or I should say 4 in total. Whatever I have here, if you didn't steal it on Hall of Fame, -4 plus whatever you stole it on. So if you stole it on veteran, you'll have 9. If you stole it on rookie, you'll have 8, etc. We're gonna go to the Boston Red Sox, and we're looking to take out the Boston Red Sox ASAP. We should be able to get a game on All-Star. There is another hidden reward. And if we do get the game on All-Star, we're not going to look back. We're just going to go ahead and play them. And then we don't have to worry about capturing any of their other territories. 5th best starting pitcher. Let's go. Now that we beat the Boston Red Sox, what we're going to do is the same thing we did last time. We're not going to move towards any of the territories the Boston Red Sox have. Instead, we're going to skip the steal fans. If you still got to steal fans, this is when you would do it. If you did it on Hall of Fame, then you just reinforce. You're going to reinforce here. You're going to move these 4 over here, and you're going to have 8. Now this is 4, 5. We might be able to face the Blue Jays here. We might be able to face the Orioles, either or. I think I want to go after the Blue Jays since they only have 1 million protecting that territory, but now the Orioles made it basically the same. But I'll still go after the Blue Jays, and then afterwards we'll go after the Orioles. Hopefully we don't lose too many fans, and that 1 million territory just took away 5, so there's that. With that being said, we're just gonna reinforce, go back to attack, and hopefully this time around our 5 mil can go ahead and beat this. Now I am gonna change the camera. I'm gonna put it in the top left, so don't you all worry as we get closer to the Blue Jays and then closer to the Phillies, so you guys can all see what I'm doing. But now that we're at Toronto, that's 4 against 11 million. You guys don't want to play on Hall of Fame. I wouldn't blame you. We're going to reinforce, and then with this reinforcement, we are going to be able to face them on All-Star. Yes, we are. So we're going to beat them really quickly on All-Star. and then we'll come back to you all. So now, since we're closer to the Orioles than to the Phillies, we're gonna go ahead and skip the steel fence once again. We're gonna skip to reinforce. We're gonna reinforce this leading territory right here, and then we're gonna move the 9 million fans all the way over here. And after that, we're simply gonna attack the 2, get to the 1. Once we get to the 1, we'll be straight. Hopefully we don't lose too many fans. And I don't know what it is about the Orioles, but their simulations, they have to be one of the best teams I've ever seen in terms of simulations, because they just go ahead and take away fans, no problem. But we're gonna get to the Orioles and face them now on veteran, because now that I remembered, we actually stole 4 million fans away from them. So this should be a pretty easy game, nothing for us to really worry about. Once we capture the Orioles, we're gonna be doing the same thing we've been doing non-stop. We just go ahead and reinforce, put it to another leading territory, and then we move the fans over from the Orioles stronghold to this new leading territory. And this should lead us pretty easily towards the Philadelphia Phillies, of course, unless for some reason simulation just wants to go ahead and defeat us from 15 all the way to 0. But I was gonna say it's unlikely to, but I mean, as soon as like I'm about to say something, for some reason it just says, hey, you want the worst luck in the world? Here you go, Hall of Fame. Doubt you guys want to face them on Hall of Fame, so we'll skip to steel. We'll go to reinforce one more time. We'll reinforce it, and this should put us at an all-star difficulty level, which is pretty good. The team after this is going to be difficult. We can go after Atlanta, or we can go after the Mets. We're most likely going to go after Atlanta, although, through the lower side by the Baltimore Orioles. Now, once we capture the Phillies, we don't really want to go towards Atlanta from the top, because if you're not watching close, you can see that Atlanta, in terms of reinforcements, at the top, they're balling. So we want to go through the bottom by where the Orioles stronghold was, in order to, 1, be able to capture a ton of open territories, and 2, be able to face the 1 million fans instead of facing the 3 or facing the 4 or anything. And it also gives Atlanta a chance to fight against the territories from the Philadelphia Phillies, as you guys see occurring right now, which will then lead to them reinforcing those territories instead of reinforcing the territories close to them. Now, it is very important to also note that this 3 million fan territory and this 6 million fan territory, as well as this 3 million fan territory, they're not near us. So once we capture the stronghold, they're not going to be able to attack us because they got their own territory blocking them out. So that is also going to be a very good sign for us. We're most likely going to take this on all-star difficulty, and then we'll see which 2 teams or which path we'll take to face the last 2 remaining AL East teams, or East teams in general. So after looking at the map closely, we are closer to the Mets than we are to the Yankees. Now, the only unfortunate thing is that by attacking this territory right here, we are inviting that 3 million territory to attack us, and we don't want that to happen, but that's what we are inviting, unfortunately. And if they do end up attacking us, they still wouldn't be able to attack the stronghold. So that's the beauty of it, at least. We're going to keep going after the 1. We're then going to go after the 2 clearly, since we're going after the Mets. And I just hate the fact that simulation is just favored towards the CPU all the time, in my opinion. Like always. And with 6 mil, it is dangerous to actually attack this too, but I never thought I would win. So with 6 mil, you normally don't want to attack that too, because if you lose or you win, the 6 mil will then attack you and start eating up your path. So luckily for us, we did end up losing there. They are going to reinforce that leading territory, and what most likely is going to occur now is that the 6 is going to attack us as soon as we get next to the stronghold. If the 6 doesn't attack us, it's going to be the stronghold themselves, and they drop us from 13 to 8. So yeah, the 6 ended up attacking us as I thought they would. And is the stronghold gonna attack us too? No, they are not. And they just cut off our path, but it's perfect because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I think we can still pay. Oh, we can't play them on All-Star, so we're gonna skip to steel, skip to reinforce. We're gonna go ahead and that's so unfortunate because it's not connected to a stronghold though. That's why we can't reinforce the fans how we want to. Now this is gonna work out for us like long term regardless, because we're gonna get to reconnect the territories and probably not face them on veteran, but we'll be able to face them on All-Star as we should, at least. So we're gonna reinforce right here, and then we're gonna move all these fans over to the 16, and it might help us out long term because we might be able to just get to the Yankees if the simulations go our way. Now that we have beaten the Mets, it's very important that you take this direct path, because the 2 mil can attack this, but it will never be able to attack this one. And since we have to take care of the 4 million fans regardless, this is going to help us greatly to prevent them from ever being able to attack us. So we're going to take this 2 million. The 4 million might attack the 1 million, or it might not do anything at all. If it does nothing at all, that will be a lot better for us, because it prevents us from doing a ton of more simulation. But everything right now is working in our favor. We're most likely not going to get to the Yankees without doing one more reinforcement, but that's also fine. After this, all you do is take a straight path to the Yankees and reinforce once you feel comfortable facing them on All-Star difficulty, or on whatever difficulty you want to face the Yankees to finish things off. You also want to be very careful here, because that 4 mil that you guys see right here can definitely go ahead and attack your 1 million territory if you leave just 1 mil there. So make sure you take care of that 4 mil before you start heading up. And then before you start heading up as well, make sure that you don't put a 1 million territory in front of a 3 million territory or anything too big, because they will go down and they will just basically eat up your territory. So we're going to reinforce this 1 mil right here. We're going to keep that 3 there, just so this doesn't start attacking us. And then we're going to start moving up towards the Yankee stronghold, and we should get there within this turn. Might not want to face them within this turn, but who knows? If it's on All-Star difficulty, if the simulations work in our favor, we will go ahead and face them on this turn. And they have 18 mil, so yeah, definitely not gonna be All-Star difficulty until we reinforce at least one more time, which is fine with me, because I'm in no rush to beat the Yankees here. So we're gonna skip to steal, skip to reinforce. Now we have 16 reinforcements. It's guaranteed All-Star difficulty. Skip to attack, and then face the Yankees on All-Star difficulty. Now, if you did end up enjoying today's content, please make sure to hit that like button or subscribe button, turn on the channel notifications. All of those things help out the channel tremendously. If you want to join the Discord or follow me on any of my socials, everything you will need is inside the description. And then last but not least, community tab, playlist section, home tab, they have places where you can interact with me, every playlist you can think of, and then my other YouTube channels. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out.